your questions. I'm the answer. I'm the whispers in your...
I'm Todd Grisham, and what a stunning venue. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. First up, the Bulldozer. They're coming up against the Myth. This fight taking place at the welterweight division. Plenty of speed, but at this weight class, these guys have a lot of power too.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what? Nobody believes they're going to lose.
Up first is the Bulldozer from the United States of America. Up against them, the Myth from the United States of America.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the orange trunks with red trim, the Bulldozer. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America. Wearing the red trunks with red trim, the Myth.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
This is the night. Everybody's looking forward to this night. The heat, the atmosphere, you could cut it with a knife.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. This is a high-octane battle. The perfect counter lands. Defense is not an option for these two. Catch and shoot. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here, expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Let's see if they go to the body. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Punch, counter punch. They exchange punches. Nice counter. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He just misses with that jab. The straight right just misses. Good counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Forget about that round. It's a bad round, all right?
Nice round, good round, I like that, I'm happy. You're getting your time in.
I need you to get back out there. I need you to win this round. Get
A few body shots in there, vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Great work.
Be smart. Just get your shots off. Don't give him anything. Go back and win the rounds, right? It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it.
And there's the bell to start round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That big hook doesn't land. Nice counter shot. They're a big underdog, but they're coming out swinging. And he scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A perfect counter shot. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. You'd like to see more jabs. Good counter punch. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Good work, that's it, now breathe.
There's the bell to start round three. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
What a nightmare scenario! somehow weathered the storm.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Which fighter will say no mas? Had a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. Well done with that counter shot. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Tried to score with a jab. That one will count. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. His stamina is off the charts. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That seemed like eternity for them finally comes.
You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they?
I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. But get to...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Why weren't they covering up? We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Nobody home with that hook. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? don't want to trade shots. That hook doesn't score. That counter shot lands. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight was...
Back on the job. That's a terrible line, that is.
On to the fifth we go. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not out twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
He threw a punch and just got countered. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Punch caught him clean. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. Only catching air with that hook. Beautiful counter punch. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Nice counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
It's going to be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. How about that time counter shot? Left hook missed. Punch, counter punch. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the... There's the bell for round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
That jab misses. Stamina is off the charts. Good counter punching. He misses with that jab. Nice counter. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter shot lands. How about that time counter shot? The straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Beautiful counter shot. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. And he scores with the counter. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he scores with the counter. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot get...
Let's go out there. Let's reset.
And there's the bell for round 7. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. He threw a punch and just got countered. Good counter punch. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Punch, counter punch. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Catch and shoot. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Both men step back for just a moment. That punch landed. The straight right just misses. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that. And there's the bell for round 8. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
The perfect counter lands. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
They exchange punches. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Perfect punch. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
What a round. Whoa, wait a minute. An upset of the year, perhaps right before our eyes. And down goes the Myth. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
How about that time counter shot? There's a counter shot. Good counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Those counter punches have to hurt. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knock.
Get your mind back. Did you focus back?
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Nice counter shot. That counter shot lands. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Beautiful counter shot. The defense failed them. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Block.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. And that was it. That was the big shot we were waiting for. And the Myth goes down to the canvas. I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
I need to see that again.
They're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Punch, counter punch. Nice counter shot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. A lot of effort being exerted here. Do you believe what we're seeing? They got out of the way of that right hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? Wow, so the referee is not going to stop it, and the fight continues. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big...
You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on.
This is the 10th. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in 1 shot.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Can't find a home. And as we take another look, it's this punch right here that sealed the deal.
I've got to see that again.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
We need to turn this around halfway through.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. The counter punch caught him clean. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Oh my, that's a game. And the myth has been knocked down. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. That's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it? Yes, sir. We fight on here. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time. A unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.